Hello and welcome back to episode 48 of Retrospective Progression. I'm Aredawg, the creator hero, and it is extremely warm in the house. So if you hear some noise, I got fans going. What are we gonna do in this episode? Well, I don't feel like working on this just yet. I need more stuff for it first. So I think the next thing I do want to work on is going to be over at the quarry. I do want to get our subway station set up over there. And so let's just head over in that direction real quick. Okay, so this is our entranceway for our quarry subway station. And I need to start digging this out because, as we can see, all it is this spiral staircase directly into the actual tunnel. So I need to dig out the space that this is going to be housing, so that way we can have like a little subway station that has like little built ticket buildings and such, like we have in Nerlatheus. And then I'm going to see if I can at least get the tunnel set up from Nerlatheus to the quarry, at least functional looking, just not probably with the rails just yet. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of resource gathering to get all the gold that I need for the powered rails, and then iron for the rest of the track. And yeah, hopefully that'll be plenty to do. So without further ado, I'm going to start working on this. I'll bring you in once we've got a good entrance and I can show you what I've got. I've dug out the entire area here, so let's go take a look at what I've dug out. As you can see, it's kind of got three wings to it. This is where you're gonna have a little bit of a shopping area. I'm thinking of having like little corner shops here, maybe a little extra shops over here, something along those lines. Kind of make it a little bit more like a modern kind of subway station. And then here and over here, there are ways down to the actual subway that if you just kind of follow these stairs down, it's this right now. I didn't dig this part out because I'm still not sure how I want the subway system themselves to actually look like, but this is the main tunnel that we will be going down. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it kind of out this way, and then we're going to angle it into here to head on down to Nerlatheus. So yeah, let's go take a look at the. Again, I've been on a brig, so I'm gonna have to remember how Nerlatheus looks. So let's go take a look at that one and see what the differences are. As I'm walking through this nether tunnel that I have set up, I realize we do have to get back to the nether hub because this is technically a faster way, and I could put the subway here in the nether itself, but that's probably not going to be the way I'm going to go about it. I kind of was considering having the subway system in the overworld, and when we actually have the ability to move from realm to realm with the mine carts, maybe that's something that we could garner, is there's an inside track and an outside track. But we're not there yet, so we're just going to have to deal with what we have right now. So technically we are going to have like two different modes of transportation. One is going to be the overworld subway, and then the other is going to be the nether subway. And maybe having those two connect in a future update, like I think that would be fantastic. Give me a moment. Let me make a day. So having those two separate subway systems is it definitely would allow me to get around the world faster, but combining them would make it so much nicer. Can't do that just yet because we don't have that ability to do that, but that is a future goal of mine, is to kind of combine the Nether Hub with the overworld subway and just kind of go from there. um so let's get into our Nerlithea station. So we have our entryway here, and we just snake around and come. No, nope, nope, nope. See, it's been too long. I don't remember my way. All right, so we snake down this way, and then there's the subway system for Nerlitheas. And we probably are going to fill that up because, again, I did switch our entry point for the skeleton farm on the other side there. And if we're looking here, yeah, this is a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit longer. And I'm also going to have a little bit more of a area here that goes down, but we're going to have some stores here. I am considering doing some rounding of these areas and then having a nice like ovalish top here. I think I mentioned that last time. I don't remember if I did or not. And then of course this is the main hub for where we're going to be heading out on the track that's right there. So yeah, I think this is kind of giving me a little bit of an idea for different stops that we may have that'll continue on these tracks here. And I should probably fill that up because that's a staircase to nowhere. I think that'll actually get us to our last location, which is over at the Stronghold. So let's head over there. Back over at the Stronghold, and let's take a look. Oh, you can definitely see I've done quite a bit of work here. Before it was just kind of like right there to about right there. Now, yeah, I've got a lot more done. So let's just do a quick view down here and see how much I have dug up. It's a lot. Let's just say that. This entire chunk has been down here. There was that's a zombie spawner right there. I left that there because that is going to be regenerated. Don't know what I'm going to do with that, though. I might end up actually kind of removing it. But as you can see here, we've got a little bit here, and there's quite a bit more here. I think most of it is going to be like over here and then over in this direction. So there might be a little bit over here, but all of it's going to be in that direction. So one of the ways that I got myself down into here, since I no longer can use over here, this was the original way that I got down into it. Yeah, when I took this chunk out, it was pretty much gone. There was a little bit there that I'm like, I don't really need to take that entire chunk down. So yeah, I ended up making another way, which is right here. And this allows me to get down into the area here. So I can take a look here and see what's going on. There are some of these mine shafts that are kind of intersecting with the Stronghold that have kind of caused some issues, but overall it's not been too bad. There's just a lot of stuff here. And this is kind of like the lowest point in this area specifically. There is a bunch over here still to do, so maybe I have to go over one and then go one over that way, and then we'll go this direction. And as you can see, like there's this whole area right here is in one chunk, so this should be easy to do. But this goes further down. Like this is a down portion, this goes up. You can see that something intersected here. Yeah, it's a mine shaft that intersected in here and kind of broke this up. So there's still a lot of like darkness in here that you know, is found. Probably, you know, let's just see if we can find something over here. That means there's also still kind of some goodies like these, and there I might be able to find some chests with some good stuff in them as well. I did find a couple of spawners as well, and I'm kind of leaving those alone because I mean, if this regenerates the exact same way except adds in the outer end crystal portal frame location, we're definitely gonna have some of these places that have like a 2 or 3 spider spawner area, so we can get a bunch of little spiders to farm as well. So yeah, this could be interesting as a future build and as a part of the Stronghold. But yeah, that's kind of what I've got so far for the Stronghold. There's still a whole lot to do. I don't even think I'm halfway through with that. Over on the resource gathering side, I mean, we've got quite a bit of stuff. That's a lot of tools that I've used. Got a lot of seeds and a lot of bread because of this thing right here, growing whenever I'm not, you know, around. Yeah, I guess I have 2 pickaxes in there, but a couple of these things. Again, I probably could just use these until they break, but eventually I'll be able to repair them all and make my own stuff. But as you can see, my pile of cobblestone has just increased. I have filled these 2 things full of cobblestone, and I'm now working on a 3rd. But the important stuff here, I'm definitely going to need you to use these rails from the keeping an eye on that creeper, from those mine shafts, and probably use those quite a bit. And I do have an idea to use the iron bars. We'll just have to come back to that one. There's a lot of iron doors, quite a few wooden doors, but I think the pièce de résistance is I have got almost 2 full double chests of stone bricks just from digging this out. I have one full double chest of the mossy stone bricks, and I'm getting close to having a full chest of the cracked stone bricks. So these, I definitely want to try and fill up as much of them as I can, so that way I can start working on the Growly castle. I can at least get the idea out there of how big I want it to be, the different areas and such, but there was one other thing I wanted to do while I was out here, and that's kind of discuss what my plan is with this area. So as we know, we're going to have a castle build that kind of comes up over this and is going to enter into the stronghold below, and there is also going to be somewhere over here a subway station, so that way people can, you know, come into the subway station, they can go up into the castle itself, or they can go into the stronghold itself to go directly into the end. But one other thing I was thinking about for the end, I'm thinking, while this place is more of a medieval / modern kind of area, so we've got the quarry that's more modern and Nerlatheus that's more medieval, I was thinking this is kind of a ruins of a medieval, but we could have a city out here. but not just any city. I'm thinking we should have a spaceport, because the great thing about the Nether, or not the Nether, the End, is it is very much like space. And so that got me thinking of what is the best spaceport that I could come up with? And there is one answer that has come to my brain. So we're going to take a little journey and see if I can do this. And I'll show you what I mean by a little journey. Okay, back at our 00 wizard tower, which I should get back to building this. I now have a lot of resources that I can do that with. So yeah, probably should work on that. Let's start working on a script here. See if we can't start involving another game. And as you guys know, there is a game that I mentioned earlier on in my episodes, during like one of my talkie episodes when I was building more of the houses in Neuralitheus. Yeah, we're gonna try and see if we can get to one of those games. And let's see, that should be good. So let us do that. And it works. We're in No Man's Sky. Currently on the Swarm Expedition on my live game. So we're going to go into my creative mode. So yeah, this is kind of the idea that I'm going with is I'm going to build something from No Man's Sky in Minecraft. And I'm actually at a place in my creative mode where I can show you exactly what I'm going to be building, at least in part.
Extreme night toxicity detected.
We're kind of below it right now, but if we come around this way, you can see that we are kind of underneath a Viking trading post. Oh, there's something that attacked me. That's rude. And essentially, this area right here, we are going to build in Minecraft. So we've got, we got to come up with the way that these angles are set up, how they're all looking. And essentially got to even look at the top here. So let's just do this. Let me go into, nope, wrong one. Photo mode. And as we can see here, this is one of the tops that you have for a trading post. So I'm going to go see if I can find the other. I believe this one is Viking. There are two others, the Korvek and the Gek, and they each have a different top. I kind of like the way that the Vikings look, so I may be doing something along these lines, but we will see. And again, just looking at this entire structure, we are going to have quite a big structure here to build. It's going to be massive. So let me go do some searching, and I'll bring you back in when I find a Gek or Korvax trading post and see what they look like. And there's one right there.
Weather update.
Oh, there we go.
Clearing.
Perfect. Right as we land, the storm clears. It took me a while to find this one because of all the storms and such. So let's kind of head in over here, and let's
Extreme night radiation detected.
go ahead and go into photo mode. And as we can see, now there's somebody who's flying that way. There is a bit of a difference. So this is the Gek one. You can see Gek has a singular tower right here, but out the back, it has these 3 little towers right here. I'm just going to do a little screenshot of these, so that way I can at least keep an eye on what they're going to look like. We'll do that as well. Because there is kind of the same thing that you can see with each of the main areas here. So each of them has, like, you have...
Extreme radiation detected.
I don't know what buttons I'm pressing. You can see there are 2 landing pads on this side. Got 2 landing pads on this side and 3 landing pads on this side. The central core does have a similar output, so you've got your seats there. You've got your totally not Pokemon No Man's Ski battle area here. You've got a little what is this called? This is like a galactic trader. As you can see, like, the design is kind of the same for the base of it. It's just these parts right here, like these antennas, that little thing right there, and these little cylinders off the back. This denotes that it's a Gek design. So we're definitely going to want to have a little bit of a difference with that. So let's go find our last one, which is the Corvex, and see what the difference is with that. And here is our last trading post. So now, come on, land. There we go. We'll just land here. And as we can see, this trading post is a little different. New location, of course. You can now see that the Corvec have a different look. They don't have a front to this, so this is a little different. Let's go ahead and do photo mode here. And I want to get this, because this is going to be reference for me. And I'm going to continue to use the wrong wrong buttons here. And oh, this is really different. Not too bad, but pretty different. So we'll just kind of... They have this kind of like weird little thing on top, but they don't have a whole lot of like front stuff. Because, you know, as we saw with the Gek and the Corvette, or the Viking, they had like these bars out front. The Corvac just have this, and then of course they have this thing sitting on top. So I'm going to get a couple of pictures of this. And then once I get that, my script should run once I finish this little excursion into No Man's Ski, as I like to call it. And we should go directly into creative mode. And I want to get this last photograph from up top. All right. So yeah, this is practically the design. Like, the interior is pretty much the same. It's just this is a little different. So let's jump over to creative mode. I hope this works if I just do this. And here we are in our creative mode. So yeah, we have our small little houses here that we built, or little modular stuff. So, you know, oh yep, little house, little bedroom and whatnot. And then our modular houses. But as you can see in that top corner, this is part of my break. This is this this was a build as a part of my break. As you can see, I have fully built out the idea for this base. Now, of course, this is the Gek and the Viking base, which I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I may want to. I never finished putting all the back right there. No. Pretend that this has all been done. But essentially what I'm thinking is I'm thinking of having the Viking topping up here, because what I want to have is I want this to, like this is going to be like the start of it, the start of the base right here. But this isn't going to be like the finale look of it. Obviously, when it comes to building it in retrospective progression, I'm considering doing some modifications to it. So I might have something that kind of comes off of here for like a little housing or something along these lines. Definitely have a lot of room in here. In fact, if we go into, oops, that's the wrong key. If we go into spectator mode, there is room within here to do something, and there's even room underneath here to do something with that. Even back here, there's some. And when we're also looking at this, I do have quite a bit of room underneath each of the landing pads if I want to do something there as well. So we can definitely have, little buildings that we put out here. So this could be a pretty big mega structure for having spaceships go from the end into the overworld. This is where the spaceships could land. There are obviously going to be the smaller spaceships, so like little shuttles. I could create some No Man's Sky inspired shuttles, or fighters, or things of that nature. So let's see, it's explorers, fighters, shuttles, the Sentinels, the living ships, and some of the special ships. And the exotics. I almost forgot about the exotics. And Holler. Man, I just don't remember all of them. There's just a lot of ships you could get in No Man's Sky. So essentially, this is a main base build, and I could even do more back here, because this is supposed to be like a busy autoport, or a space station. So we do have, a makeshift area here that's our little trading terminal. We have all of our, little seats here. And then we have our little No Man's Sky Pokemon battle arena. And I just don't think this is enough for like a busy trading post. So we can definitely do a little bit of like a breakout behind here, and expand back into here a little bit. Maybe we could put in the Gek cylinders back here, and have the Viking top up here. So in that way we can have like little areas for people to live. You have a little area up top where the overseer is, to make sure everything's good. You have other locations around here, other like trading systems. There's a lot of potential here. So I think that is what I'm going to start building in our retrospective progression. Obviously, I'm not able to do some of the stuff that I'm able to do here. So I don't have yet the upside down slabs or stairs. I don't have deep slate or black stone. I can't yet put trapdoors all by themselves, or put ladders just on the trapdoors. But what I do have, I can at least start working on getting some of this together. I don't even have the walls, or I have the fences, but I don't have the walls that I can do stuff like this. And obviously I'm going to have to use glowstone instead of sea lanterns this point in time. But when it comes to actually looking at this, yeah, there's a lot of spawning space for mobs. So there's potential here for this, and I think this is something that I definitely want to get working on a little bit sooner rather than later, and kind of make it my own. So while this is kind of the basic idea of a No Man's Sky trading post, we're not going to build this whole full thing the exact way that it looks right now. It's going to be made for us. With that design now in mind, we are going to figure out where we're going to put this. And the best place that I figured we could start to put this is right over here. Now, the footprint of this is actually pretty large. So I was thinking somewhere around here. So this is the foot base for the hi chickens. The two landing pad, the foot base for the 3 landing pads over there, and then the other 2 landing pads over there. I've already got it all marked out, and then this is the actual trading post right here. Now, if we go back and we look at what I had done in the creative mode, this should be a stair, and this should not be. And then this should be an upside down stair, but we don't have that yet. Right now, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to be doing this. I'm just gonna bring it up like so. So we're not gonna worry about that, but we do need to make sure that this is at the right height, because if we have it at a different height for all of the other pieces like this over here, it's not gonna match up correctly. So if we look here, we are going to be at X or the Y level of 66. So this is where this is going to start. This is actually a good place for both of these. So we can actually just start with this. But you can see this 2 stage over here is a little higher. So we are going to need to kind of maybe dig it down a little bit. Let's see. So that would put it down here. Just so that way it's in the right place. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Wait. Oh yeah, because this is a little higher. So if we dig this down here like so, then we can worry about covering it up later. But we could just say, okay, now we can put this here. And then we can dig into here just a little bit more. So that way it kind of comes up the way it's supposed to. And then we can just tear this part down and build this up. So if we really wanted to like keep it where it is in the right place here, we could just go ahead and do something along the lines of this. Like we'll have this here. This goes up to here next. Let's get the dirt here so we can actually just start filling this in, and we just fill it in like so. I'm just going to do this as an example. So we do that. But now, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so basically it's gonna look like this. So it goes into the ground a little bit, but now it's in the right place. It's even with where it's supposed to be. So if we do the same over here, we'd have to dig down just a little bit. I'm not going to do it for all of these. I'm just going to do it for these two because these two are the ones that were the highest. And then we'll just pop this up like so. And then we'll dig this up. And the reason why I'm using cobblestone instead of like some of our final stone is like actual stone or like stone bricks is because it's just going to be easier. And then we'll do this, pick this up, boop, 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 and then just, and that should be good. And then just fill this in like so. So yeah, that should be the right footsteps here. Yeah, this is going to be at the right level. You can see it goes down one and then up one, and that's at that same level for this. So as this goes up and this goes up, they go at the same rate. So we're going to do that for these ones down here. They're actually going to need to be pulled forward a little bit more because this is our standard level right here. We need to go 1, 2, 3. We need to pull this 3 forward. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll just get this one set up. And this should be now level with everything. Yeah, so this is like the floor. You can see right here. This is where the floor is. I'll need to double check and make sure that this is actually correct. Let's see here. May not be correct. Because if we're doing... This is 68. Okay, yeah. We go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe it is just... It's probably supposed to be like right here. So I need to shave off a little bit here. I'll make sure that this all looks good. Once we get it all built, of course, and everything is the way that it's supposed to look. And then we'll just cut into here like so and do this. So let's just do that. All right, I've got everything actually now evened out correctly. So they're all in the right place and allows me to actually have a nice even area for me to finish the build for the post here, the trading post. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to build these 2 platforms here that'll just kind of settle down here. So we'll throw on a time lapse and then I'll go over what I just did here. So let's just start with this. think I've got one here, but I'm a little iffy on this part. Let me check my plan here and make sure that I did this right. So should be, it says 4, it should be 6, it should be 8. So if we, you didn't see what I was doing over there, but I was actually looking at my plan on Unmined, and basically, yeah, I'm just a little bit under. So this is technically correct. I just need to start moving this over and back to Unmined for me. This is, yeah, I need to pull this one over. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad of a fix. We'll just do a quick little bit here to gussy this up. I'm gonna tear into this a little bit. Alright, that should do it. I'm looking at this, and I'll have to double check on the actual build itself, but I believe this looks correct. So yeah, I'll do this for the other side, and then we'll come back in and I'll show you how these two look together. And there we have the two underside step-ups to the actual trading post all completed. So yeah, I think I'll slowly be working on this project as I'm digging more down over. In fact, let's just get up here so we can actually have a better vantage point. As we're continuing to dig down over there, I will slowly start to work on building up this trading post. And as kind of a way to start this build off, let's see, 1, 2, let's see, start here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we go right there. This is where the next portion will be. So we've got, see, this will be the iron bars over here. See, that's a slab, that's concrete, and then 3 other different concretes, and then yep. Okay, so this is basically where we're going to go up from here. As we start digging down into there, we'll get a lot more resources, and while this kind of will be cobblestone-ish for the time being, it won't end up being cobblestone. In fact, I probably just put these things up here, but I'm going to do that later. So yeah, we have done quite a bit this episode. Even showed off a little bit of No Man's Sky, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this build kind of comes into play here. And yeah, with that, I want to say thanks for coming along with episode 48 of Retrospective Progression. If you like the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you next time. Later.